Forgiveness and reconciliation triumphs as the Amy Foundation Trust celebrates 30 years since Amy Biehl was murdered in Gugulethu. Her mother says societies can achieve much more if hatred can be defeated. Linda Biehl was speaking at her daughter's memorial where Amy came under attack during political upheaval in 1993. As Nasiphi reports.
August 25 in 1993. American student Amy Biehl was murdered in Gugulethu when she found herself at the center of a political mob. Every 5 years, on the anniversary of her death, the Amy Foundation, together with the community, remember and celebrate the life that brought them together. Share joy, peace and forgiveness, a simple message from Amy's mother as she walks a path of reconciliation with those responsible for her daughter's tragic death.
Amy was a dancer and a celebrator. She did like her dance, and she loved to dance here. She's alive in this spirit, you know. But I do want to say something about forgiveness, because we are all perpetrators. We are not. None of us can say we have a clean slate, that we haven't hurt someone in some way. Not meaning to, necessarily. You know what I mean? And we all need forgiveness. We can do so much more if we get rid of the hate and all that.
4 young men were sentenced to 18 years for the murder of Amy and were released after serving 5 years in prison. They were also granted amnesty by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission.
Difficult journey, but an amazing one that we can't swap for anything else. When I look at Linda, I don't look at the mother of Amy that I killed. No, it's something beyond that. It's a magic. Amy was a magic. It was a gift. It's a very difficult transition, forgiving yourself. It requires you to be able to face your demons. As I've said, the political justifications of the actions are irrelevant when you have to deal with things at personal level. Well, 30 years later, we've moved beyond the death. We've had to reflect on the power of forgiveness and reconciliation. Tragedy turned into a beautiful success story.
Lucky Bupape remembers the day where he and his father drove past a mob vividly.
We didn't know who it was at the time until we saw on the news. And my mother was here, was crying when I went home, when we came back home, that there's someone's child who passed on. We all had this feeling of Amabul on the time, and we were actually in a way programmed to feel in that sense that we were being treated and being oppressed at the time as the youth. So the event that happened changed the attitude.
Birthed out of tragedy, the Amy Foundation has touched the lives of many young people in disadvantaged communities.
Collectively, we're probably looking after about 1,800 young people under the age of 35, making a difference in the community, doing after-school programs. We've got one centre just behind us called Tia Zingisa. We've got one in Browns Farm, Philippi. We've got 3 in Bonteheuwel, and then our Youth Skills Development Office is in Sabron Park.
For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I'm Nasiphi in Gugulethu.